How the Beatles won a Grammy in 2025, decades after their breakup. Hey there, fellow Beatles fans and music aficionados. Welcome back to Trending Moment Now. Today's story feels like a chapter straight out of a retro fairy tale. Picture this. Over 50 years after calling it quits, the Beatles have snagged their 8th Grammy Award. Let that sink in. Decades after their breakup, the Fab Four are still creating ripples in the music world. We've got a story packed with nostalgia, technology, legacy, and, most of all, love. We're here to unpack it all. How a forgotten Lennon recording became a global sensation. So, whether you've been spinning Beatles vinyls since 1964 or just found them on Spotify last week, this story is for you. A tale that warms the heart like a cup of tea on a rainy day. So, how did Now and Then, an unfinished Lennon demo, evolve into a Grammy-winning masterpiece? Buckle up for a story where the ghosts of the past meet the wonders of modern technology. By the end, you'll see why the Beatles' magic continues to transcend time. Let's dive in. John Lennon, legacy of a musical icon. Our tale begins in the year 1970. John Lennon, grieving the tumultuous breakup of the Beatles, recorded a demo called Now and Then at his Tittenhurst Park home. The recording was scratchy, raw, incomplete, like a treasure map missing key details. For decades, it sat shelved. Enter 1994. Paul McCartney, George Harrison, and Ringo Starr briefly considered turning John's song into a Beatles reunion track. But the technology back then couldn't polish Lennon's fragile vocals. And so, Now and Then drifted back into obscurity. Fast forward to 2023. With advancements in artificial intelligence, they saw a new opportunity. Using cutting-edge restoration tools, engineers painstakingly cleaned up John's vocals. The result? Pure magic. Imagine Lennon's voice clear as a bell, as though he'd just stepped into the studio yesterday. Technology doesn't replace humanity, it enhances it. And in this case, it gave us a chance to hear Lennon's soul sing once again. Spooky? Maybe. Beautiful? Absolutely. Now and Then wasn't just about recording Lennon's voice. It became a labor of love. Paul McCartney added fresh bass and vocals, while Ringo Starr delivered his timeless drumming magic. But here's the kicker. They didn't stop there. Buried in the Beatles' archives were George Harrison's guitar tracks from the 1990s. Yup, this project turned into a full-circle reunion. It's like the Beatles were playing with time itself. Four friends, two no longer part of this world, reunited through the magic of tape splicing and technology. Cheesy? Maybe. But tell me this doesn't give you goosebumps. Paul and Ringo weren't just making music. They were preserving their friendship, reaching out to John and George across time. The Beatles have always been about connection, between themselves, their music, and their fans. It's no wonder Now and Then feels like a love letter, a testament to their bond, one that even time couldn't sever. Let's fast forward to February 2025. In what felt like a surreal déjà vu moment, the Beatles snagged a Grammy for Now and Then, earning the award for Best Rock Performance. This marked the first time the Fab Four were recognized by the Recording Academy in over 25 years. John's son, Sean Ono Lennon, accepted the honor on behalf of the band. His words struck a deep chord. This song reminds me of why we need music like this in today's world. A little more peace and love. In a time so riddled with noise and division, hearing those words from Sean was like tracing the sunlight back to where it started. It felt like the Beatles' message had finally come full circle. We live in such a divided age, but stories like this remind us some things can still bring us together. Through music, through legacy, through love. So here's the real question. Why do the Beatles still matter? Beyond the awards, the AI, and the nostalgia, they stood for something much bigger. Creativity, connection, experimentation. Their willingness to push boundaries opened doors for every artist who came after them. From A Hard Day's Night to Abbey Road, their songs have always spoken to the human spirit in a way few others can. And after all these years, they're still breaking barriers, even from beyond the grave. Maybe that's the bigger lesson here. Even when something ends, it doesn't mean the story's over. there's always room for one more song, one more audience, one more moment to change lives. Imagine generations yet to come discovering Lennon's voice for the first time and feeling that same resonance. That's the magic of the Beatles, a ripple effect across time and space. If you've loved this trip down memory lane as much as I did, hit that like button. It's like saying, all you need is love to the YouTube algorithm. Share this video with your family, your friends, or even the barista who knows exactly how frothy your macchiato needs to be. Leave us a comment below. What's your favorite Beatles song, and how has their music shaped your life? Then, keep the good vibes rolling. Subscribe to Trending Moment Now for more stories that blend the past with the present, one unforgettable tune at a time. Even long after the stage lights went out, the Beatles' music keeps shining bright. So until next time, keep the music alive, and remember, a little love truly goes a long way. Share the love, share the music, Beatles forever.